Yeah, welcome everyone once again to the Blue Stand. I'm happy to have with me here Tobago of the coolest Chelsea. Uh, that's his channel. Please subscribe to his channel and like his channel. He's not doing it that regular now, but hopefully he'll be back. He will tell us. Let me introduce him. Yeah, Tobago, are you there?
Yes, how are you?
Good. I hear you loud and clear. Very good. Yeah. So what's going on with your channel? I was just telling people, you don't do it that regular now at the moment.
Yeah, I'm planning to come back again. Just I need to sort up a few things. As I told you,
Oh,
like I lost my phone and everything, so
I
I
know.
just
I understand. Yeah, go on. I
yeah,
understand. You told me. Yeah, yeah. Go on, carry
yes,
on.
yeah. So now I'm just trying to put pieces a little bit. Then I'll come back soon. Hopefully before the season start. That is my main plan, and I'll push for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I've been doing. We'll usually just casually now preseason. I've done the Wrexham game. I'm doing the Newcastle plus everything else. Of course, we're going to talk about. But when the season starts, we'll be more busy doing the preview, reactions, and everything. Yeah, Bobby's on the way. He came early. He left. He's coming back as well. A lot of panelists on holiday as well. Tobago. So the last few times I've been on my own really, but still do a show. I'm going to start. I will come to you in a minute as well. I just want to read some comments what the Poch had to say and what's going on. Yeah, Maurizio Pochettino's team for next season campaign continues to take shape in the USA. Our head coach has insisted he only wants players who are fully committed to the cause in his squad for the coming season. That's what I love about Poch Tobago. He keeps saying to them, you have to play, fight for this badge. He's looking at every player. Let me just go on. I won't be long. Yeah, busy summer on and off the training pitch. Has some exciting new arrivals at Chelsea. Yes, of course. Christopher and Kuku, Nicholas Jackson has, uh, in particular, has impressed Poch very much. The Wrexham game, Brighton, and Newcastle. Uh, he's had a great 3 games really. Yeah. What else he's saying? Yeah, he's just talking about there has been a big clear out. The squad has trimmed down, and but there's no bad feelings towards those who have decided now is the right time to move on from Stamford Bridge. Yeah, no bad feeling. There's no bad feelings. We're Chelsea. You can go to Arsenal, United, go wherever you want. That's up to you. Talking about everyone, not just Havertz and Mount, all of them. Um, Apart from Loftus Cheek, he was sad to see him go because he loves the club so much. Not like some I don't want to mention right now. But let me just read a few more comments he said. Yeah, Poch has underlined the importance of ensuring every member of the side is fully motivated and committed to the task that lies ahead, while allowing those who are not to leave for new challenges elsewhere. The most important thing in all these situations is that the players decide to be here at Chelsea. Explained the Argentinian. Then, if you come from outside, or all through the academy, it's the same. As long as you want to fight for Chelsea, it's the same. He's saying you need to feel your desire to be here and be committed to to the club. if you are not committed to the project, we will find a solution for both sides. That's mean if you like the project, you don't want to be in it, then you can go. That's what he's saying. Um, I think of the players we have here are committed to help the team and club to be in the same position Chelsea were historically. I love what he's saying. You know, he speaks so good, Poch. One of the reasons Pochettino feels the players' commitment is so essential is his belief that the challenge we face this season will be bigger than ever, as the Premier League has been tougher. Yes. Such is the strength throughout the English top flight these days. Maurizio has dismissed talk of a big six as irrelevant and outdated. Irrelevant and outdated. Yes, that's what he said. And every team is capable of competing for a place in the upper reaches of the table. Yes, he's saying, you know, forget what a top six that was in the past. He's saying every single team is going to be hard to beat. Of course, he knows what he's talking about. The Premier League is the big 20 for me, he's saying. Yeah, he doesn't say the top six like we do sometimes. The big 20. That's good. Every team in the Premier League is strong. It is very competitive, he added. Now it's changed a little bit. The perception is true. In the past, there were different teams there, but this is the most competitive league in the world. I think it's unfair now to say top six, top seven, and watch teams you put there. Yeah. In the table last season, Chelsea were out of the top six. It's a really competitive league, and I think we have to stop talking about the top four or six or seven. Yeah, I like what he's saying. If any example of that fact was needed, it will come later today when our next preseason opponents in the USA are Newcastle. This is just before he's talking about just before the Newcastle game. Yeah. Or presenter, yeah. Yeah, that's what he was saying before the game. During the game, let me just make a few more comments what he said during the game. Where is he now? Hold on a second. After the game, I mean against Newcastle, he was very happy, especially with Jackson and Kuku and Matson. God, very pleased with the young players. And he said it's up to them. If they want to be in the squad, they will prove it. You know, they have to prove it and fight for it. So, you know, they all have a chance. Yeah, Pochettino, Ian Matson is in my plans. He's talking about Matson. He's talking about all the players. He has been impressed so much about Ian Matson during preseason. While he's keeping the Dutch playing, he's thinking ahead of the season. Yeah, so Matson, a lot of people thought he might go out on loan. He might not go out on loan if he carries on like this for the next two games. I think he'd be in the squad. He's very happy with his players. Yeah. Plus, he was talking about Kepa. Not in the game, so he's played two games, yes, but in training, he's liking what Kepa's doing. He's really learning, getting better. He's saying, getting better. You know, with the Chelsea coach, goalkeeper coaches we have, he's really improved in training. He's so up for Kepa. He said he's a great keeper. He will start the season as our number one, which he said it how many times. Yeah. Yeah, he was happy with all of them, really. You know, especially the new young ones. Yeah. Let's see what else is. Anyway, yeah, I'll go to you, Tobago. Let's talk about the game, Tobago. Are you happy with the preseason so far? You must be, I think.
Yeah, yeah. To be honest, before starting talk about preseason, I just want to say this, Nick. First of all, the time Chelsea was looking for the coaches, I was hoping that we can hire Julius Nagelsmann or maybe Luis Enrique, and then I have that this sort of not get not a don't get a former Spurs coaches Chelsea. Yes, I know some fans will sometimes reactional, and then as soon as I knew Chelsea about to hire Pochettino, I Tebogo.
Coach is winding you up. Big up to you, Coach. Uh, it'd be nice to have you on if you want to come and join us. You know you're welcome. Uh,
Yeah,
he,
so
he's joking with you.
so
Go on.
so so as soon I did my research about Pochettino, and then I fell in love with what he did at Southampton, also Spurs, and then I said, you know what, let's give him time because no one is perfect. We did, and then we didn't make him to choose Spurs or PSG or whatever club, but as soon as the Chelsea coach, you have to support him. And then so far so good. I like what he did with these players. First of all, these players lacked confidence, motivation. They felt weak. Their fitness was so low. But now it seems like the way he deals these players, they are getting more fitter. You can see, and also they are hungry to do well. We have
Yeah.
so many bunch of kids, but they are doing well. They're doing more than expectations. Yes, we knew that they are talents, but we didn't know they can do what they are doing now.
Mm,
But now it's up to the board. Just give him some few players to make the team strong. For example, let's say a goalkeeper, defensive midfielder Moses Caicedo, a right winger, or whoever can help the team. And another thing, Nick, what I love about Pochettino,
mm.
always I want players that want to fight for Chelsea. I want
Yes.
players that want
Yeah.
to be here. This is always we always say this as fans.
We always
We
said,
love
yeah,
our
go on. Yeah,
yes.
carry on. Sorry.
So
Yeah.
so we, as a fan, I want players that want to be at Chelsea, no matter what, no matter you're Messi, or Ronaldo, you're Drogba, you're Lampard, you can name any player, as long you want to be at Chelsea. If not, we can leave freely. It's up
Mm,
to you. So I love that. And then also on his previous press conference, match reaction, he said, I'm sorry. I know this will be difficult, but my squad need to be 24, 25, 26. I don't want more than that, which
yes.
is true. Because remember, I've told some people, Pochettino is correct. We had unhappy players previously because we had almost 33, 34 players, and then they couldn't get more time, game time. So having bunch of players not getting game time might affect the dressing room because some those who are not playing, they might leak information to the media and then disturb the whole thing. So having a balanced squad can make us do well, and then so that means players will get more game time every time. So far so good with Pochettino. And another thing,
Yeah.
our fans should stop this. Every time we link with a player
Yeah.
or we sign a player that they don't want, they call those players name. They call them bombs and stuff.
Oh,
They said
yes. Yeah.
they said Nicholas Jackson is a bomb. He is not Chelsea level. He won't take us far, but he's proving people wrong. He's doing well so far. And I hope, I pray to God that he do more than what he's doing now. So that those are writing him off already without kicking a ball at Chelsea, they're gonna swallow their words. This is wrong. We need to support every Chelsea player. Even Raheem Sterling, I know we have different thoughts about him. Yes, we may be frustrated, but at the end of the day, he's a Chelsea player. Until he leaves,
Yeah.
where we'll say different things. So hopefully our fans will learn. These players are also human beings first before they're professional. We need to be careful what they're saying on social media, especially tagging them. It's very wrong. So we should be always respectful to players. They're human beings. Sometimes, yes, their talents and visibility are not 100%. They do mistakes. Like, for example, Coquerel with that goal for Newcastle.
Mm.
Yes, he did a mistake, but at the end of the day, he's a human being. So we should be careful what we say on social media and everywhere. So that's my say for now, Nick.
I agree with you 100%. Like coming to Raheem Sterling, still been poor. We can see, the performance against Newcastle. It was like we were playing with 10 men. Hardly he done nothing. But it's all right. We criticize his form. We can't call them names. They are players. That's what I hate. Some like you said. How many times I heard that going to Chelsea matches last year? Some hate coming out from that. People next to me. It's not just Twitter. I got really upset. I used to fight with people. First, it was Lukaku. Then, all that rubbish, all that calling names. It was too much. I felt sorry for Lukaku in the end. Really did. No wonder he doesn't want to stay and fight for Chelsea. But that's another story. But it wasn't just him. Havertz, abuse he got when he missed goals. Um, Mason Mount didn't get much abuse, but he got a little, mostly on Twitter. But I'll never forget Pulisic and Ziyech, really bad abuse at the bridge. Uh, you know, and then we have fans like that. I'm afraid we can't all be the same. Tobago, like me and you, we back Chelsea Football Club, back any player who wears that blue shirt. Even Sterling. I didn't want Sterling from the beginning. He hasn't proved me wrong yet. I'm waiting. I will give him a chance. I said I'll give him to January, see what he can do. Otherwise, we can't just keep him playing Sterling if he's got he ain't gonna do nothing. I'm sure Pochettino knows what to do. I love his talk before the games, after the games. He knows what to say. And I was against him, because of the Tottenham link, but I was proved wrong by ex-Chelsea players, pundits, and a lot of our ex-players rated him a lot. Even John Terry, um, people like that, Kerry Dixon, even. So I'm all for Poch. I'm going to back him. I don't, next year if we get Champions League or Europa League, it's a bonus. If we finish and we don't get nothing, it's only the first year. We mustn't, want too much. Don't expect nothing. I don't want to expect nothing next year. But I know deep down we will get something because we have a great young team and we haven't finished. We're still going to buy players. He said it. We haven't finished. The transfer window is still open. They kept asking him about Casado. Yeah, we went back, offered them 80 million plus add-ons and all that, and Brighton still refused because they want to, they want to drive Chelsea, and they think Chelsea are so desperate they're going to pay anything. But they're wrong. I can see us moving away from Casado if how it carries on like this. We can't just wait for Casado. I know we got Fernandes last season in January on the last second, but let's see what happens. But if we don't get Casado, there's other players out there. Lavia, not just Lavia, there's other good players. Biela, Italian. Paredes, another one. There's a lot of players out there. Chelsea, I think they know they're doing. They have backups. They're not stupid. But yeah, I'll just go through the comments quick, and I'll bring Bobby in as well. 1 second, Bobby. Um, yeah, a coach was joking with uh, Tobago there, at Tobago out. So now we want him in, coach. Yeah. Thanks TCFC for being here once again. Uh, she's saying hi, coach, to the Coachella that is of the Chelsea perspective. I must recommend his channel. He's moving upwards. Great channel. Um, so if you haven't subscribed to the Chelsea perspective, I advise you to do so. Yeah, and to, of course, my friend here, the coolest Chelsea. Yeah, so do subscribe to them channels. Yeah, yeah. Hi, yeah. She's saying hi to you, Tobago, to CFC, and Werner's back. A long time, Werner. Where you been? Yeah, big up Nick and Pano. Yeah, thanks for coming on. We miss you. Yeah, I need all the people in the in the chat because I don't know. Maybe it's because it's pre-season and everyone is waiting for the season to start chatting more. I think that's what it is really. But yeah, but we're here. We're doing a show. We have a lot to talk about. So let's welcome Bobby. Bobby, can you hear us?
Yeah, hi Nick.
Hi. Yeah,
Yes,
go on.
shout out to Coach Coachella. That's an absolute
Yes, of course. Yeah.
top geezer. Yeah, I mean, Coach, people aren't talking much because there's not much to say. We're watching
Yeah.
an an entire new revamp of management, coaching staff, squad. It's a massive rebuild going on at Chelsea, and
Yeah.
there's lots we're looking at. People are saying alternatives to Caicedo. Look, the truth is, in my opinion, is that we're going to have to just pay the money. Um, and to be honest, there's not that much out there of that quality
Quality.
at
Yeah.
this moment. I see that 80 million is making Brighton weaken a little bit. De Zerbi's tone is changing. This talk of, oh, we've already got a replacement is just encouraging Chelsea. I think the closer Chelsea get to 100 million, the more likely they are going to accept. I think this is like 80 million now. If we go towards, say, 90 million in terms of pounds, I think it's quite likely they will accept it. Um, and I don't,
Would you?
Fabrizio Romano said we
Sorry,
have to.
Bobby. Would you say Brighton refuse even 90 plus add-ons? That's coming up to 100 million, say.
Mm.
But they must be mad. Even 80, they've never sold a player for that much in their history. Are
No,
they
but
mad?
the market is
It's
inflated and
crazy.
corrupted at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we need the player. The player made a mistake in that he should have
Yes.
had a buyout clause, like his mate McAllister. He didn't, and he went and signed an extended 4 years. So everything is in Brighton's court. They know it, we know it, the world and
Yeah.
his dog know it. And so we are the ones in need. They're not necessarily in need. There is player pressure in that, there's no point them hanging on to a player who's unhappy. And Caicedo most definitely will be if the deal doesn't go through. But that's minimal. What they're doing, as far as I'm concerned, is not particularly wrong.
Hmm.
But there has to come a point where even they say, okay, we got to let this guy go. And I think we're very close to that point. We just have to wait and see. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
and the shame part is he wants to go so badly. They must see, he ain't going to perform for them if they keep him by force. You know, imagine.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I mean, the most important thing is that he will be a unstable
yes.
um, uh, person in the dressing room, which is not worth really going through. I would like to say that at this stage, especially with the noises I'm hearing from Brighton, I'm
Mm,
beginning to feel that we will get the deal done. However, there's two things here. One, we have to slap a release clause on him if and when we get him, which will be about 300 million. Two, this guy has to stand and deliver. You know, we're going to
Of
pay for him.
course, yeah.
He has to stand and deliver. And three, we need to be mindful, and indeed, Brighton need to be mindful that this price tag doesn't put an unfair pressure on him. And that's why I think they will not, you know, they'll be quite happy if it's just close to a million and not exact 100 million and not
Thank you.
exactly 100 million. I mean, that's a lot of money for a player they paid only 4 million for and are paying peanuts every week. It's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
money.
of course. They want to make God, I don't know what they want. They just because it's us, I think. They want to get every single penny. They know Chelsea's loaded.
Yeah,
Um,
I think it's a bit more than that, Nick.
they a bit more, yeah,
It,
be off
what we're
everything, isn't it?
paying for,
Yeah,
is length of contract.
yeah,
That's what we've always paid for. I mean, even with Enzo,
yeah,
Enzo just signed with Benfica. We were paying for the length of the fact that he had just joined them, and Caicedo, we're paying for his stupidity in signing that extra 4-year contract. That's what we're
yeah.
paying.
That's his agent. I think he's made a big mistake. Really massive mistake. The player's thinking he wants to go somewhere, and you're gonna sign a contract. I don't know what his agent was thinking, really. I can't blame the player so much, but the agents, that's the agent's job. What do they have agents for and pay all that money for them? But,
Yeah,
yeah, I see. Yeah, I haven't given up hope. I said, I'll wait for usually it's the last day of the transfer window when the big signings are made.
yeah. I don't want it to get to that.
But
I want Poch needs him in. I want him in. We need
yeah.
the player.
Oh yeah,
So
we want him as soon as possible, but let's hope Chelsea. They don't want to go and give 100 million just like that. They're going to try. Uh, let's hope Brighton will just give the player a go. Yeah. Let's read what Werner said. I don't understand what dream he had. He said free in the morning. I woke up cause a bloody giant Komodo in my dream. What's Komodo? I don't know. What is a Komodo? Anyone here knows? Anyway, let's welcome Maddie as well. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go on, Bobby.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's welcome Maddie. Go ahead, Addy. I'll just have to open the
yeah,
doors for myself.
yeah. Good evening, guys. How you guys doing? Hi, Nick. Hi, Coolest.
Adi, are you there?
Yeah, Addy, you there? Addy? Have we lost Addy? Bobby, can you hear me? Tobago?
Yes, 100%.
Oh, I don't know. Did I lose Addy? Anyone can hear Addy?
No, no.
I think he's lost connection. Okay, wait, he'll be back. Yeah, so we were saying about Casado. Let's see what this Werner's saying.
And to be honest, and Nick, I don't think Chelsea will walk away to Caicedo because it would be so stupid to
Yeah,
we've
spend
gone too
almost
far,
6
haven't we?
weeks.
We've gone too far.
Yes, we've
Chased
got.
him for 6 weeks,
Yes,
messed around with bids. We've got to see it through.
yeah, I agree.
yes. So
We
we'll,
need.
we'll be
Yeah, go on. Go ahead,
we'll
Tobago.
be we'll be so stupid from our board to waste so much time on a player uh, without any plan. So we have to pay. Unfortunately, if it has to be 100 million, maybe let's say 90 plus 10 add-ons, or 85 plus 15 add-ons, so be it. And then so that we can learn from this mistake. Never ever try to make this never ever tried to negotiate with Brighton because we were so respectful to them last summer. We
Mm,
wanted Cucurella, they wanted 62 million, 62.5 million for him, and also we gave them Levi Colwell on loan. Now they want our player to turn against us, and then they're using him also using Levi Colwell in order for us to get Moses Caicedo. What is that? So I hope Chelsea bought land, no more dealing with Brighton, no matter what. Because
yeah,
they're making us a joke, they're embarrassing us, but it's fine. All I say, we should learn from our mistakes and they never happen again. And another thing, as we were saying, like his Moses Caicedo new agency messed up also. They should have make sure that that contract have a release clause because this gentleman agreement is not gonna work. Look at Harry Kane now. He should have gone to Man City. Now Erling Haaland is living Harry Kane's dream at Man City. Should have been Harry Kane there, but due to
mm,
Levy didn't want to sell him due to the gentleman agreement. Ah
mm,
man, I feel sorry for Kane. So
yeah,
hopefully, hopefully players will learn from this. I
yeah,
remember even Nkuku, the time he signed a you remember he signed a new contract with a release clause, and Chelsea were able to buy him because he
yeah,
had a release clause. So hopefully players will learn from these
yeah,
mistakes, and this new agency also should be smart also. So that's my take for now.
yeah. You're absolutely right. Before I bring Adi in, just what Werner's saying here, just a theory. What if we were slowing the transfer? Our team lacks height. Casedo is another short DM. Yeah, but he's not that short. But don't forget we had Kanti, who was really short, and look what he was the best in the world. So I don't rate players on height. That was look at the mistake Tuchel did with but Gilmore. You know, if he thought he was too short, that doesn't make sense for me. We had great players at the club. Bobby here knows, Tobago knows, Adi knows. Great players who were short, legends who were short. Dennis Wise,
Nick, we
uh,
have, but
yeah,
height does matter a bit. I mean, look at Cassidy. If
yes,
you have height and good technicality, you are priceless to a club. Even Chukwemeka, they're standing out because
yeah,
of
they're not
their
short. Yeah, I know
physicality.
what he's trying to. It's just a theory. He's thinking that maybe that's why we're slowing the. We're not slowing the transfer right now. We want Casado. It's Brighton who have been really awkward, but I'm still hopeful we get the player. Um, oh, yeah, I see now you're saying what that Komodo is. Komodo is a giant lizard. He's saying, yeah, that's not a nice dream to have with a giant lizard. Yeah, but better a giant lizard than any United player or fan. Having dream about a lizard is better than dreaming about Arsenal or United. Yeah, let's. Before I go to you, Andy, sorry. I hope you're all right now. Um, I was just see what Arsenal did. Recognition to Arsene Wenger. They made a statue outside the Emirates, a statue of Arsene Wenger, the best manager ever for them. Yeah, I was thinking, where's our statue for Roman? We have to get on Bowley's head and remind him that Roman needs a statue. He's an icon for us. He will come, but I think that even the government won't let us do that right now. What do you think, Adi? Can you hear us now, Adi? Oh no, he's got problems. Yeah, what do you think about that, Bobby or Tobago? Anyone about this Arsene Wenger statue? Do you think Roman? I know Bobby thinks Roman should have a statue,
Yeah, I
but
think he should, but at the moment, the political climate will not permit
yeah,
that. I
Yeah, for
think that
sure.
that should come much, much later. As for Wenger at Arsenal, I really couldn't give
No,
two.
I'm not gonna. You know, they said the only team who didn't lose throughout the season. They never stopped, going on about that. But they drawn one. They didn't win every single game. Um, yeah, I'm trying. I don't know what's going on with that. He's got connection problems, but yeah, I mean, yeah, he has to. For me, Roman has to have one day, like you said, probably, when he's allowed back and can come to his beloved club because he loves Chelsea. That'd be something. Um, yeah, uh, yeah. Adi, are you with us now? Hello, Adi. I don't think he can hear. I don't know what's going on with his
Really
connection.
struggling, isn't
He's there. I can see him, but he's not talking. Um, Adi, I think you got your mic. You're on mute. Can you unmute your mic? Maybe is that? I don't know. I don't know. We come back to Adi. Adi, just I don't know if you can hear us even. Um, thanks, TCFC. Yeah, we do need all the likes would be helpful, and any new subscribers be helpful as well, of course. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah. So let's go back to the game. We haven't talked about the game much because we know it's only a pre-season, but we were playing.
Which game?
Sorry.
Against Newcastle.
Yeah.
Against Newcastle.
Yes, Tobago. Like they had a good side out, nearly full team. It was an interesting game for me. I think the second half died down a bit. The players were getting tired in that heat. But what did you make of the game, Tobago?
To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. Newcastle controlled the game, even though we had our moments. They had
Mm,
their few moments because they couldn't hit us mostly because the way we were so structured. But we have some few mistakes, and then also I don't just want to blame our team because at the moment we're just finding our feet under a new coach. So we have so many new players. They have to build chemistry, and then also learn few things about Pochettino tactics and stuff against Newcastle team that Eddie Howe drilled almost for 2 years now, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see the difference between us and Newcastle. Newcastle look like a proper team because they have tactics right, everything's right because they have a coach that they coach them for for 2 years now. So I don't want to blame Pochettino on that. We had on and off performance in that game. We have some individual brilliance. We have some negative play from other players. But I just want to mention a few things. I like Nicholas Jackson movement.
oh God, yeah.
His smile. He's hungry. His work rate. His desire to work for Chelsea. He doesn't fear anything. We just need time for him to link with Christopher Nkunku, uh, any attacker next to him, so that they can understand his game. And he said it like
Tobacco. Yeah, I want to
yes.
ask you. I asked you something. Did you notice any improvement in Mudrik? The way he's playing now, these friendlies, especially against Newcastle.
I
What do you
I,
think?
I to be honest, I think he's still raw,
Yeah,
but
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 he's making connections though.
yeah.
With Matson. Matson, I think they're playing well together when the Matson's on that left.
Yeah, you're right. But I just hope our fans will be more patient because remember, this kid is still
Mm.
21. He's still raw.
Yeah,
You can see
Uh,
is still doing mistakes, but he having improvement also. So I don't want to be harsh on kids most of the time, because sometimes they need time
mm,
to find their feet, and then as soon they find their feet, oh my gosh, we are going to murder at many teams. His work rate, his pace, Pochettino need to brush that. So that he can do the right things at the right time. But so far so good. And with Sterling, man, I don't. Sterling seems like it's not here. His form
it's
is
not
same like under Grandpa, under Lampard. I
the
don't know
same
what
as
happened with
yeah.
Sterling.
He's not.
And
I
then
know. And the thing is, Poch has so much faith in Sterling. He keeps talking about him. He wants to make him, wake up probably. But let's see if he improves. I don't know. Yeah, go on. Sorry, Tobago.
yeah, and then another few players I'm impressed with, and then hopefully this is not true in terms of selling Trevor Chalaba. But as I said, like if Chelsea are going to sell Trevor Chalaba, we need a starter there.
Mm.
But hopefully it stays, because I have to receive this guy. Sorry.
All right. Okay. No problem. Yeah, Bobby. Sorry, Adi. Are you back? Can you hear us now, Adi?
Yeah, Nick, I'm here.
Oh, you can. That's better. Yeah. I know you got connection problems there.
Yeah, sure.
Um, yeah, we can hear you now. What's your whole take? Did you see the Newcastle game?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what's your thoughts on all our players? And the manager?
I think the manager is still trying to find a balance for the team. But looking at the way the manager is right now, I think he's got the fans, backing of the fans, because right now he's trying to build a team where, which is all
Mm,
open balls, that yeah, what he's trying to do is making sense, unlike the previous managers. The manager has come in with much confidence and experience, and he's coach at the highest level. The coach players like Neymar, and Mbappe. This is a coach with a top notch CV. So I think he's going to do well for Chelsea. But as we all know, we are not the patient kind of
yeah,
ball fan.
fans.
Yes. Unlike the
Yeah,
old guys like you and Bobby Nick, you've been patient with Chelsea, going at the day.
you know, yeah, the older like me. Right, we're not all that very. We're more patient than the young fans. Me and Bobby.
Exactly, exactly.
Because we've seen it before. And I will give Poch 2 years myself. I said it before. I don't care if we finish 10th next year. I still want to see Poch given 2 years the chance to build a team. Yeah, go
Yeah.
on. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. I think we need to actually give the coach time, and the working space and support, which is very important. Then going by the Cesaro deal first, the Moses deal, I think is high time Chelsea. Brighton do this a lot. This is not the first time. If Brighton doesn't, get that exact amount they are asking from Chelsea, I'm not sure Brighton is ready to leave a player like that. I wouldn't blame Brighton much. Look at their team. They don't really have much players that worth such amount of money like Moses do.
Mm,
It won't be a shame if Chelsea pay the 100 million. It's gonna be a real gamble anyway. But I
yeah.
think it is worth the gamble. If Brighton says they want 100 million, I think if Chelsea offer 100 million, it's not a bad deal for me, because he's surely a Brighton player. At the end of the day, the Brighton management will make the final decision. It is left to Chelsea. Either they want to pay up the money, or they just walk away from the deal. But I'll be so disappointed if Chelsea walk away from the deal. We've been on this guy all through the window, all through the transfer window, and finally it's
Mm,
like we're about to get him, and our hope became dent. It's not
yeah.
It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Chelsea should just pay the money. They should pay the money if they want him, and if they don't want him as well, I think he should leave. But I think the team right now we should do without Raheem Sterling for a while. I think Sterling is not showing the leadership,
Yeah, he's not.
the leadership qualities he ought to show, because checking the team, looking at the team from the goalkeeper, for me Kepa is okay. Should we change Kepa? I'm not gonna argue about Kepa right now, because I think we still need to give this lad a chance. He's getting back his confidence. We only need good defenders behind him. I can remember the days of Barcelona. They had Victor Valdez. I'm
Yeah.
not sure Victor Valdez was a much jumper on the ball than Kepa. I think it had to do with Puyol and Piqué doing the defensive job for him. I think if we get good defender in Bradashili and Thiago Silva, we just might have a good season. Um, Talking again, I think Gallagher needs to go for me.
Who? Sorry, sorry.
Gallagher, Gallagher.
Gallagher. Yeah.
I
I don't
think.
know. I want him to stay myself. I don't. Everyone's got their opinion now, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think he should go?
Uh, I think
Sorry.
Gallagher needs to go. He's a good guy. He's energetic and a very composed guy. But seeing him in that team, I think our playing style does not suit him right now. So I think he needs to
Hmm.
go.
Yeah, it's hard with Gallagher, but he's one of the players who fights really hard. He gives everything. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
To be,
Poch
to be
said he
honest,
like. Sorry to
yeah,
cut you. Yeah,
yes. To be honest, as
yeah.
Nick said, I had my opinions about Conor Gallagher. I don't think he fit how we play, but again, if Pochettino want him to stay and then
Mm,
he can work something out, I'm cool with that, because at the end of the day, I think we should trust our coach. We don't have to break a relationship with
yeah,
our coach, because
you see the Tobago, they refused the West Ham offer, 40
yes,
million. Poch said, "I want Gallagher." He told the board he wants Gallagher, but he said he was talking about him the other day, wasn't he? And he said it's not just like it's not just up to him, but it's a joint decision. If they're going to keep Gallagher, he said, he talked really good about him, and it's a joint decision. The club ain't going to tell Poch, well, you have to get rid of Gallagher. They won't do that. And Poch wants to keep him, then we'll keep him. We're not going that way. Poch said they're backing him, and I don't think otherwise. Some fans are saying different. They're saying, no, well, they don't. Bowley doesn't want Gallagher, and all this rubbish you hear on Twitter. Uh, you know, Mostly from the Mason Mount lovers again. You see,
and, and
yeah, go on,
another
yeah, go
another
on,
thing.
yeah,
Remember, the Euro is coming up soon, so most of the players would like to leave to teams that they can get minutes in order to represent their countries.
mm,
So also maybe those players, if they're not gonna go permanently, they might go on loan, something like that. We'll never know. But as I said, like for example, if you continue playing 4-2-3-1 with Pochettino, where will Conor Gallagher fit? We don't know yet. So that's why I'm saying, like for example,
yeah,
I'm saying, if Pochettino want him to stay, I'm gonna support that. If he leaves, I'm gonna support that. At the end of the day, I support Chelsea Football Club. Every decision they make, whether it's bad or poor, I support Chelsea. If I have to criticize, I'll criticize. At the end of the day, I'll move on and I support Chelsea. So we have also different opinions. So I'm gonna say, I won't say Adi calling bad things. No, everyone have his own or her own opinion, and then we should respect people's opinions.
of course, yes. I mean, I know Bobby likes Conor Gallagher, like I do, because he fights for that badge every time. He ain't the best technical player in the world, but when the fans are backing him, he really goes for it. I didn't see that much from no one last season. He was the main player who fought for that badge. He wanted to win, and he got sent off for rush fouls. But we applauded him off that day against Leicester. Right, I'll never forget, because he was so fighting for the team. But for me, I like Gallagher. We can't just get rid of every single player who came through our academy. We got Loftus is gone. Hudson-Odoi is going any day now. I think if he hasn't gone, we haven't got anyone. Rhys James we have, and Chalobah we have still, and we have to keep Gallagher. Because he's young. So we sell him to a rival, and and I'm sure he will prove us all wrong, because he's a great player. He will be a great player for me. He's not like Mason Mount. He's different attitude, different character. He really loves the club. Mason Mount was completely different, I'm afraid. But yeah, Bobby, what's your thoughts on? I think. What about what do you think we should keep Conor Gallagher?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, of course.
I've said
Yeah.
this many a time on many a space. He's, not everybody has to be this fantastic player. We know his deficiencies are technical, but he's a final third player. He's very good at goal scoring. He has defensive qualities, as we saw against I forgot whether it's Newcastle or Brighton. There was a block he made because he
Brighton,
yeah.
he did.
So
And
I don't believe in all this. Oh, get rid of.
no,
Silly.
and the minutes he didn't get much minutes under Potter. We all know Potter wasn't a manager, so
he wants to be
go.
at Chelsea.
Yeah,
He doesn't mind coming off the bench. I mean, we need to be a bit practical sometimes. I don't understand it. I don't support it, and I'm glad that they rejected the
yeah, of
40
course.
million.
Well, remember I
think
was
that's
telling you. Remember when
Pochettino.
you were worried that day we was on the space, and I said to you, "Don't worry. Doesn't mean we're going to accept West Ham's offer."
Yeah. A point I want to discuss is I
Yeah.
slightly disagree with. Is it Deals or I've forgotten who? Because I can't
Who?
quite see. Who's
Well,
on?
here you used to
Yeah.
be on the panel. Deals.
No. The next to the other person on the
Addy.
panel.
Addy, you mean?
And one more.
Tobago.
Tobago. Look at that. How can I? It's just I can't really see.
The
So
coolest Chelsea. Yeah, the Tobago.
Tobacco was talking about the Newcastle game, and I kind of differ from him.
Yeah.
I think it was the Brighton game that their longevity showed. They were better than us up until the red card,
Hmm.
where we then took over. But against Newcastle, we were better than Newcastle. We showed better conditioning, and they didn't dominate the game at all.
Yeah. For
For a
me,
team that has
and for
2
me, I
years
agree with
on us,
you. We had
yeah.
some great moments against Newcastle.
More than
Uh,
that, for a
yeah.
team that has 2 years on us, I think we outplayed them. We really did. And
Yeah.
that is a testimony to the fact that, preseason is a good barometer to where the team is going. It seems we have the right coach, and we seem to be getting more right than wrong this
Hmm.
preseason. So we should be encouraged by what we're seeing. Newcastle, they're not, they came out in force against us, and we
Hmm.
controlled them. Apart from that guy on their right that was coming back
I'm
to Atlanta, uh,
Amaron.
Avaron. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's a
an
good player.
exceptional
You know
player.
what he did at Chelsea, Bobby? 2 years ago, when he couldn't score, he couldn't do nothing, but I could see the fight in him. And look at
Yeah,
Amaron, same like Gallagher,
yeah,
not rated, with some fans,
yeah.
but look at him now. This Amaron, he's scoring unbelievable goals last
No,
season. Yeah, go
getting
on.
rid of
Sorry.
getting
Yeah,
rid of someone like Gallagher is just silly. I hope it
yeah.
doesn't happen because Potter said he's in his plans. He should be in his plans, and he's going to be very helpful to us. We're building a team, a squad of people that want to be at Chelsea. If you don't want to be at Chelsea, I don't want to know you. I don't care who you are.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're not going to help us. I'm not for that. Even Chalobah, I don't see the sense in selling him either. That's just silly.
Yeah, I think Chalobah is happy. He wants to stay. I don't want him to go either. You know, I remember that goal he scored on his debut against Palace. Unbelievable goal. It's not just that. I know he can score. He has his moments sometimes, but who doesn't? He's still young as well. I think he's in Poch's plans as well. I don't think we get rid of Gallagher. For me, I think, Poch likes his players. And he said it at the moment. They were asking him, is this going to be the team what comes out against Liverpool? He said, I haven't got a team yet. I'm building the squad. And so far, most of them are in the squad.
Well, the very, very important thing that Poch said, and just before I go there, Bashir Humphries is also one to really watch in that defense. But Poch was saying, look, he doesn't want a team with anybody who is demanding to play, and I'm with him. He wants people that are there to serve the club. He says you're here to train, not to play. If we, the management or the coaching staff, select you to play, it's because you are best for the team. So he's making it very, very clear that he's about the team and not about the player. And he said he only wants those at the club that will accept this.
Yes.
So and Gallagher is one of them. So I don't see the sense in getting rid of him.
No, I don't think he's going anywhere.
Anybody that accepts, even the new players coming in that accept the personal terms, this is part of the personal terms. So, we're building a team, and Chelsea, as always, we're being unique. The average age of the 30-man squad at the preseason is 21, and that's because of Thiago Silva. If not for Thiago Silva, it would be 19. We're building a team of real youngsters, even younger than when we had the transfer ban. And if they're successful, you watch, everybody else will start copying us.
We just always
lead the way.
Yeah, we just have to be patient. I'm very patient because I like these youngsters, and I like the idea. What a project we're getting under Bowley. I can see the project. He's rebuilding the whole club. We said it before. The team, he's got the manager now. We have a great manager, and they're working together. It will take time, so we have to back him. A lot of these fans who won't wait and all this rubbish, I will just tell them we'll get lost because he needs time. Like we had before, Bobby, you remember Tommy Dougherty, what young team we had then, and look what happened to them. They went and won the FA Cup for the first time in our history, and then they won the Cup Winners' Cup. I mean, these was all young players, from the start, but they gave them time. All right. Go on. Sorry.
We must be mindful of this word time, Nick. The old days, things were different. There was no.
I know. We couldn't buy great players and all that. I'm just saying.
Not just that. There was no FFP. There was no financial play in terms of the motivation for a club to succeed. Time is limited, and Pochettino knows that. He said he's
of course. But I mean, at least, at least I think we have to give him 2 seasons. Let him start next year.
I wouldn't put a figure on it. He has to show progression, and he has to show us that he is in the right direction, and then you earn your time. Graham Potter didn't earn his time. He would have been given time if he was winning.
He lost his time.
A plan. But he didn't earn it. And at the moment, Pochettino is earning his stripes. What he's doing in pre-season. People can see what he's doing, and so
the way he talks as well, he's good. What's your Bobby? What's your thinking about what he said about Kepa? You hear what he said?
I heard what it said. I don't think he has a choice because Kepa is the only goalkeeper we really have, with Slonina
Yeah,
going
but
out on loan.
he is improving in training. Forget the matches, he said. But he's got coaches. I've got 3 goalkeeper coaches.
I
Uh,
think I
yeah,
think Kepa
yeah, go
Kepa
on.
is, I think Kepa is a very good goalkeeper.
He
The
is.
problem
Yeah,
the problem with Kepa is physical. He can't help
yeah.
it. He look at the goal Brighton scored. He
Mm.
dives the right way, but his arms are too short and he can't reach the ball.
I know
That is
that's
a
what.
problem. And because he can't do anything about his deficiency, that is why we need a physically capable goalkeeper.
Uh,
That's all.
oh yeah,
That's,
maybe we're gonna see how he goes. If he improves so much, he won't go nowhere. I don't. Poch wants him, but yeah, of course we want another Peter Benetti, another Peter Check. But they don't come around that often. Them sort of keepers.
I'll give you another example. Another
Yeah,
problem with Kepa. You take a corner, you take a free kick, he can't come and collect the ball. Physically,
he
he's
he's
deficient.
got better. For me, he's got better than before. He does get some balls now. Before he couldn't get nothing. That's in the coaching, I think. Uh, you know, it's not all talk. They have to be taught to be great. Peter Benet wasn't that tall. He was tall, but I think if I'm, he wasn't much taller than Kev.
The difference between someone like Bonetti and Kepa, and bearing in mind the
But
time
he could fly. He was a
he was
cat. He could fly
extremely
anywhere.
agile.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And
extremely
And that's
agile.
what. Yeah, don't you think Kepa's agile?
Kepa
Sometimes
is much
sometimes he makes
agile than
unbelievable saves.
no. Bonetti was far more agile. That's
Benetti was one of the greatest in the world for me. If it wasn't for Gordon Banks, I had him alongside him. Gordon Banks was number 1, but Benetti was number 2, as he was for England. Um, but yeah, I always, Peter Benet was special, unbelievable. He's more than a legend. But Kepa can, let's see if he improves. I'm all for Poch, what he said, in
but
training, he's looking better. Go on, Tobago.
as Bobby said, Chelsea tried several times to sell Kepa, but due to his wages, we can't sell him. And then
Mm,
I know Pochettino understand that because what's the use of forcing a player out while he want to prove people wrong at Chelsea? So as the reports are saying, Chelsea are looking for number 1 or a player that will give him a
competition.
better competition. So
Yeah.
hopefully we get a player like that can push him or make him a better player. We'll never know. So and also I remember we have short goalkeepers like Hilario Codicini. They were short, but
Yeah.
we had a better defender.
Hilario is the one who's training him right now. You know,
Yes, yes, I
he's
know.
training not just him. The other chap, what Poch brought as well. There's 2 or 3 of them altogether.
Ben Ben
Yeah,
Ben, ben I forget
got
his
his
name.
name as well, Ben something. Yeah.
Yes.
But
So if we have a better understanding between two center backs and our goalkeeper, we might work something out for this season,
yeah,
upcoming season. Then we can decide after, because I don't think we know Kepa is not good enough, but I don't think now the moment goalkeeper is that main priority
no,
for
it's
me.
not. Yeah, you're right. It's the last thing for me. We need, the midfielder. We need
Yes,
Casado. Plus, we need another experienced midfielder, someone a bit older. Not just because he's older, but someone really good. And we need another centre back for me because Thiago can't play forever, and he ain't gonna play every game. Badiashile won't start the season. He's injured. I love Badiashile. He'll be back. He's not enough still. And do we need a number 9? I don't know. But Jackson is proving so far we don't need a number 9. So if Jackson carries on like this in the Premiership,
And
you know, we can go get another keeper maybe. Yeah, go on.
yes, I said at the time Chelsea were buying Jackson, I gave people scenario. For
Mm,
example, if he performs very well during preseason, he might save us a lot of money in terms of getting a top striker. Like for example, paying 80 plus for a striker that we're not sure whether he will cook or not. It's a
yes.
gamble. Every player is a gamble. Whether it's 80, 20 or 10, it's a gamble. But I rather gamble on 30 than 80. So I give the scenario. If he performs very well, we don't need a striker. But hopefully Broca do well also in terms of his fitness. If he's not ready, get another striker. For example, we've been linked with Wahi from Montpellier at France. I like that
Yeah.
kid also. I watch him a lot of the times. So I won't mind him also at Chelsea just to give Jackson competition. In terms of Broca, I'm not sure. And then I have this feeling that Broca is not ready because he just came back from a serious
Yes.
injury. He
True.
needs time to heal. And then if you don't give him that time, we might affect his career for a long time. So we should be careful also on him. So I don't know what will the club plan there. And another thing about Pochettino, Ben Chilwell mentioned today, his staff, they don't care about football also. They care about their hobbies, their families, what they do and stuff. It seems like these people, they care about these players. We want that. And
Yeah.
another thing I
Yeah, go on.
loved
Sorry
about
to bug. Yeah.
Poch,
Yeah, go on.
he said he said on his first is his first interview, he said
Mm,
players should feel at home.
true.
Players should feel at home.
He wants to make it like a family atmosphere. The club
Yes.
wants to. That's what Bowley wants. That's what Poch wants. And these players so far, it looks to me like they all together. I know it's only pre-season, but still, they're playing against top teams. Newcastle, Brighton, they're not rubbish. We're going to play Fulham next and then Dortmund. I know it's pre-season. We can't judge too much, but still, I like what I'm seeing from the youngsters. And this
Yeah.
guy here, what God, Madsen, he's impressed me so much. I never thought he was that good. Um,
I know he's good.
yeah, but don't you think all these rumors sending him on loan? Poch is changing his thinking now because he likes Madsen a lot. What he's
He-
shown. Yeah, gone.
what I
Yeah,
like about Pochettino, he knew. I think he have this scenario. Ben Chilwell just signed 4 years contract.
mm,
Mark Coker just signed for Chelsea, so it's not easy to sell either one of them.
mm.
So them give Ian Martin a new role, so they cannot play as a left back. We cannot play Chilwell or Cocorella there and give Ian Martin
I
a
think
new role.
I think Madsen is going to outdo Cucurella. In the end, Madsen will take his place. Uh,
I don't think Martin will play as a left back this season because he gave this kid
he'll be on the
two
bench.
roles.
I mean, I want him to stay in the squad, at least be in the squad, be on the bench, get a game, time, get game time in the Premiership. I don't want them to send him on loan, really. But let's see what they
Yes,
do.
but unfortunately, Chelsea have to think. Ian
Yeah,
Martin have 1 year left on his contract, so we have. I think we have three options from my side, and then I said it. Some people might not like it, some people might like it. We have three options. Is either we keep him and then we make sure he sign a new contract, and then if he doesn't agree on a new contract, it's either It's either we sell him but with a buyback clause,
Yeah.
or 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 we sign a new contract. He goes on loan again at Burnley because they're promoted in the Premier League, and loan at Burnley, and then he can build his confidence that, and then also gonna get more game time at Burnley because
Mhm.
he was a starter there. Then he's still, I think he's still 19, 20, if I'm, or 21. He's still young.
He's very
So
young. Yeah. Yeah. I think
yes,
he's 19 or 20. I'm not sure.
yes. So let's say for example he goes at Burnley for a loan. I'm just giving a scenario. He signed a new contract. He go to Burnley on loan where is guarantee a game time.
Mm.
Every game is gonna play. Then next season we sell either Marco Corella or Ben Chilwell. We make space for him. So I don't know. It's my saying it's so hard because he have 1 year
Yeah.
left on his
But
contract.
it's
That's
a
the
good
issue.
position for Poch to be in, to have Matson as well to think about.
Yes.
We know Chilwell, he can get injured, long injuries. It's like, we all know what
Yes.
happened. So what better player to have on the bench? Him and Lewis Hall as well. Don't forget Lewis Hall, another great
I
player.
think I
Yeah.
think I think Luis Hall need a loan because you can see clearly
No,
now.
God. I don't want
Look,
him. No, God. Do you? No, yeah, I love Lewis Hall, please.
but let's be fair here, my
All
friend.
right, God.
For
All right.
example, Luis Hall haven't got more enough game time in the preseason. Clearly, you can see there's
Yeah.
no space for him at the moment. So let's not ruin this kid career. Let's give him a Premier League loan. He, and then he must play as a midfielder. I don't want to see this boy playing as a left back or left wing back because we are wasting his
Yeah.
talent. He's a midfielder, so let's loan him in the Premier League where he can get guaranteed game time, and then play as a midfielder, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
And
But
because if
still, we got 2 more games. Maybe he's going to be used in them 2 games coming up. I'm sure the players who haven't been used much will play in the next 2. Um,
I
you know what? I like Lewis Hall the way he, he didn't get much minutes, but when he did, he really impressed me. He did. Let's see what happens. But it's up to Poch, everything. But
yeah.
let's see. But I do like Lewis Hall. I was coming up to Chalobah. What do you think, Chalobah? I was going to ask Adi, but he's gone. His connection's bad. You think
Chalaba.
Chalobah should get another chance? I think.
I said it. For example, we have Trevor Chalaba, we have Humphreys. For example, we have Humphreys also, who is still young, but you can see his qualities.
Yeah.
So Chelsea have to think here. I don't think it's necessary to buy a new left centre back while we have Chalaba, and for example, we can keep Chalaba and Humphreys, then save that money for a midfielder. Because for example, if we buy a new, let's say new right centre back, uh what will happen to future of Humphreys, also with Trevor Chalaba? What will happen? Remember, this season we are playing only 1 game, so we can play Thiago Silva, we can play Trevor Chalaba there, we can also play Humphreys there. Then Levi Colwell can play on the left,
Yeah.
since he's a natural left centre back. Until Bernard Berechila is back, then he can get a rotational time. So hopefully Trevor Chalaba stays. If they're gonna sell him, get us a starter. Don't
Mm.
don't don't buy
Yeah.
don't buy.
Yeah, for sure. But I think we can't. I don't think we're going to sell Chalobah. I just have that feeling because the guy loves Chelsea, another guy who loves Chelsea, like Conor Gallagher. Um, I don't want to get rid of the blood of our youth. With Rhys James is great. Rhys James, he was so proud to be the captain the other day. He was so, he was excited. uh, Good luck to Rhys James. I hope his injuries won't be the same like next season. We need him. He's a
but
yeah.
but
Go on.
we are covered on the right hand side, and I said it.
Mm. Oh
Malo
yeah,
Gusto
Gusto. Oh yeah, I like
is
him
gonna
as well.
push. I
Yeah,
said it. I said it. I did my home. If well, I'll take you. I did my homework on Madagosto
yeah,
several
yeah.
times.
You said he was. Yeah, you were saying it a lot. Um,
Yes.
I remember
So
Tobago, and I do like Gusto. He's really good, but he's still young. He's another young
yes,
player.
19 years old, but he's
Yeah.
so good, man.
I know, but
So,
let's see. Let's see in the Premiership. That's the thing. We're gonna
but but
see.
but
Yeah.
but but but, but I think our fan base now, they see what our owners are trying to do, even though
Mm.
some of the people don't like it. Chelsea buying young players and stuff,
Now
but
even they
but
say now they like Jackson, they like Nkuku, they like
yes.
Gusto, they like Santos.
They see they see
Yeah.
their idea now. They see their idea now, and
A
they're
lot,
changing
I
their
think most of us fans, we see the idea, we know the project, we're
yes,
backing boldly like you and me, but we still have a lot of fans who want Poch to fail. You know that,
yes.
don't
I
you?
know,
And you know
I
who?
know that.
I don't have to tell you. You know, they want him. They
Yes,
want him to fail because, uh, I'm going to say it again. I don't care because Bowley sold their lover boy Mason Mount and Carl Havertz. For me, it doesn't make sense how these people are thinking. But that's what they do. Only the other day, did you see on Twitter I don't want to say his name anyway, but he was saying, yeah, now Poch wants Gallagher, but Bowley's going to sell him and all this rubbish. You know,
yeah.
they're
I
waiting. They're waiting behind. They're waiting to attack. They want to see Chelsea fail, even though
yeah.
they're supposed to be supporters. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But I think I said it several times. Even though we read so much on Twitter and stuff, and then some of the journalists are just writing guesswork, and then they
Oh
know
yeah,
Chelsea fans will lose their minds. But I always advise people only trust David Austin or Fabrizio Romano, because those two people, they get 90% of their things right.
yeah,
Especially David Austin. David Austin won't post something that he doesn't know. That's why I'm saying, like, we have Matt Law, Nisa Cancela, Tom Roding, Ben Jacobs. You can name them. They are
yeah.
good, but trust only these two, Fabrizio Romano and David Austin, because they are so accurate most of the times.
I don't trust none of them. No
Yes, I
journalist.
know.
I'm against them. But they can say what they want because whatever they say, I already know. What they want, they're always saying the same things. Like one journalist says something, then the next one will say the same, and it goes on and on.
Yes,
So I don't, and they say things we know. We know what's going on with Gallagher. We know where Sam better this and that. We know Poch wants Gallagher. We know, so much more than them anyway. But let them carry on. It's their job, I suppose. uh,
yes.
um,
And
but
another thing,
yeah, go
another
on.
thing.
Yeah.
I just hope our owners will do this more quickly. I think the best abilities of Paul Stanley and Lawrence Stewart is to identify talent. But in terms of the sporting director, they
Mm,
are, they are, they are not that. Uh, let's say like 100% perfect,
Yeah,
because you can see now that Mrs. Caicedo deal is taking time, but
yeah,
in terms of making the clear out, 100%.
yeah. They've done a
Wow,
great job.
they've done a
Oh
great job.
God, man. The whole team. I mean, the whole team of last year has gone. Um,
Yes,
only Hudson Odoi, he's going as well. Marlon Sarr, he's going soon. There's no one else. Even Aubameyang's gone. They've done a great job there. You have to give credit where it's due. Great
yes.
scouting as well to bring people like Jackson. I never heard. When I heard Michael, uh, not Michael. What am I saying?
Nicholas Jackson.
Nicholas. Yeah, he's got my name. I love him. Nicholas Jackson. So when they were talking about him coming, who's this guy? Plays for Villarreal. He's this. He's that. So I went and had a look. Some videos, and I thought, oh, no wonder everyone's going mad. They want this guy because he is a special player. Um, this is preseason, but when you see a special player, he's going to be special. He could be. He reminds me, uh, he reminds me a bit of a great French player, God, Giroud. A bit of Giroud and a bit of Hasselbank. That's what he reminds me of. He's got both. He can shoot. He can do like Giroud does. Keep the hold the ball up and play the ball. He's linked up with Nkunku really good, and the other players. I must say, if he does this in the Premiership, God, they better watch out, Liverpool.
They
Yeah,
they better watch out. And then and then people were criticizing Kunku against Newcastle.
oh, he
Remember,
must be joking. Yeah, I heard because he didn't score.
he didn't
Well,
score, he didn't have that better performance. But again, these players just played once. They need
yeah,
a chemistry, and chemistry doesn't happen during one game.
yeah, but he showed he
So
proved himself again.
yes,
Cuckoo,
what a player!
what
What a player,
unbelievable!
man!
Another one. I love these players. I mean, all the youngsters. I can't say a bad thing about anyone. Santos, Angelo, Moreira, very
Yes,
young.
Morera.
Even Humphreys, very young player, but we have great academy. It shows
Ah,
early
man.
coming through. So
Ah, Humphries. I love Humphries a lot.
yeah, and
I'm
he's
telling you.
only not 18 or 19. 18,
Yes, it's still young.
so we got players. Like I said, it would take time. Poch keeps saying it. It's got to take time. It ain't going to happen. Miracles don't happen. But he's trying his best to get these youngsters tough ready for that Liverpool game. Um, and we haven't finished in the transfer market. Let's hope we get Casado. Let's hope we get another midfielder for backup. We only have Gallagher at the moment. Fernandes, Gallagher. Who else? All right, you can put Luis Hall in midfield as well, but it's still not
Yeah,
enough. But
yeah,
it's not
not
enough.
enough.
So, and Poch said the transfer window is. They keep asking him every day, "Are you going to get more players?" He goes, "Yes." First, he said, "I will see. I'm looking at my team with the squad I have, seeing every angle, and I will get. If we need to get a player, we will get a player, but not just because we have to go and get a player." I like it the way he talks, honestly. Let's say hello to official Labour Party. Hi, Anthony. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, I'm with the Labour Party now after all these conservatives that want to charge people extra 12 pound tobacco here in London. In England, in London, you have to pay £12 extra to go in town. You understand? And
Yes,
a lot of people here, a lot of people who their business is to go uptown, and they can't afford to pay £12 every single day. And the Labour Party are against it. It looks like the Conservatives they're for it. That the mayor of London, Khan, is conservative, and he wants this for pollution and all that. Well, it's good for pollution and all that, but you don't have to tax people. For me, it's wrong. I'm with Labour on this one, but I don't want to get into politics. God. We're here for Chelsea, and of
Yeah.
course, all Premiership talk. We talked a lot about our team. Let's talk a bit about the other teams. Do you think, Tobago, who's going to be the main challengers? I know for me, City, they're going to win the league again. I have City first. I'll tell you what I have. I have City first. I have Man United second, Liverpool third, and Arsenal fourth, and Chelsea fifth. Even if we finish sixth, I'll be very happy. But that's why I have the top six, and Newcastle six. Sorry, yeah, not Tottenham. Tottenham is out for me. Yeah. What's
Okay,
yours?
man. At the moment, it's too early to tell. But again, as you know, Manchester City is
Mm,
the real. So no matter what people say, as long Pep Guardiola is here, it's gonna be hard to beat Manchester City.
yes.
So even
Oh,
even
yeah. Yeah.
even
Go.
even even Arsenal might try to challenge Man City, but but will be difficult for them
Mm,
if they keep on playing. I watch their games. Like they keep on playing Kai Havertz, Ondegaard, and Rice.
yeah.
Doesn't have balance. Doesn't have a balance there in
Oh,
the midfielder.
yeah. For me, Arsenal are not going to win. No way in hell they're going to win the league. Not next year or the year after, because we're
Yeah.
going to be challenging. Not next. We won't be challenging next year. We will do something, but imagine the following year when these young players get 1 year experience behind their belts. That's when people are going to take Chelsea serious. People are going to start getting scared to come to the bridge like they used to. We have to make a fortress again. And of course, there's so much things going on. It's not easy for the owners and top body because that redevelopment of the bridge has to be done. But you see the way they're doing it, they're not doing it. Come on, let's do the stadium and forget the players, keep the same players. No, they got rid of the players, the whole team last year. Got rid of their mistakes. Potter, Lampard, they know massive mistakes, and they got a lot on their hands. That's why people have to be patient. I can't stress it more. Me, when I go to see like Chelsea with all the other guys there, they like me, my age group. Some a little bit younger, some older even, and they're very patient because we've been waiting for this rebuild. Especially for Stamford Bridge to make it bigger. God, and we've been waiting for years, and these people are gonna do it. So I don't want to hear any negative talk from a lot of Chelsea fans who are never happy. Even if we win the league, they're still not happy. They still who have something to complain about. That's why I want to stop. Go back in time, like we used to be. The Cheddar was louder than the Cup of Liverpool in my day. Let's make it like that. All the Chelsea, fans together, singing for the team, not singing for one player or that player, this player, singing for the team, for the club. That's what we used to do in those days. And we had idols. We had the king of all kings, Peter Osgood. We all loved him. But also we loved the team. We never, sang just Peter Osgood's name. He's great, the song. Born is the King of Stamford Bridge. It wasn't just, we had a song for every single player, and I can sing them to you now. We had Ron Harris, John Hollins. They had their own songs. David Webb had his song. You know, that's when the shed. That's when Chelsea were real fans. Uh, you know, we're getting older. I'm one of those in the show. I used to be there. We're all getting older, but you know, young generation have to learn from us. If you want to have a great team, a great club again, you have to get together like Newcastle fans are now, all together. You know, they don't argue too much or hate each other or go on Twitter and this one said this, the other one said that. Uh, he should be shot or hanged. You know, all these rubbish are here every single day. So you know, you have to wake up. Yeah, Tobago. Anything else?
Yes, I'm here, Nick.
Yeah, because you know, I feel for the club. I know what it's like when it was bad, and we had that down second division twice, nearly third division. And these fans now they had it all good. 20 years of Roman, trophies. But there was a Chelsea before Roman, and we still had great managers and great players like Viali, Zola, Hasselbank, Reed Johnson, Petrescu. You know, I can go on and on. So the fans, our fans. I'm not saying you, Tobago, because most of you fans who live, not in London, not in England, you're more fanatical and more. How can I say? You talk more sense than all these fans we have over here. Because I do listen to everyone, and you know my feelings about how we should be. Yeah, yeah. Anything else we haven't said? Um,
I just wanna ask you something.
yeah, go ahead.
So, at the moment, what impressed you more about Mauricio Pochettino?
Ah, good question. God, you know what impressed me so much is his attitude on that touchline. He loses his voice. Did you hear him talk after the game? He lost his voice nearly because he was shouting, telling people where to be, doing every single thing that Potter never done in one game, in any game. I love Poch because I saw him. They had a camera on him. I don't know if you saw it, and they showed it on YouTube. They
My
showed,
my favorite video. I love that video, man.
yeah,
I I even saved it on YouTube. I always watch it.
yeah. You see the one that I'm talking about, the one during the game against Brighton. They had Poch, the Chelsea up, or just taking Poch, his actions. Oh, Angelo here, not there. Angelo, come back. Shouting at every single player. You know, not just shouting, but telling where they should be if they're not in the right position. And he's telling them now, we move, but we move together. We press together. Angelo, he was telling Gallagher the other day, no, you have to press all together. Don't sit back. You know, you could hear not just that. I love the way the things he says as well. He, he could be the. I said it before. I said he could be. For me, he can be our next great manager since Jose Mourinho. That's how high I think of Poch right now. For a guy like me who didn't want him, it must mean something. Yeah,
Yeah, but you know what impressed more about Pochettino?
yeah, yeah. Go on.
Uh, we used to argue about this, especially under Grandpa. Grandpa, I think he started well at Chelsea, and then he went out his depth, and then he couldn't do anything to save his job. But what I love about Mauricio Pochettino now, you can see there's a structure there, even though we're just seeing a glimpse about them, but we can see where we are going. Also, we can see players knows their roles, which
Yeah.
is important for me as a fan. I said it so many times. I want a coach that will make players know their role,
Mm.
have a better attacking structure, have a better defending structure. So that's what I love more about Pochettino. And then also, it seems like these players are energized. They are happy. You can see even the clips on internet, YouTube,
Yeah.
Twitter, everywhere. You can
Even
you
you watch them training with Poch and his staff. They're all happy all together. We never saw that last season. Pollard couldn't say anything to them. They were dancing around like little 10-year-olds. Remember? I'll never forget. We had Mason Mount on TikTok. We had them dancing around like 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds on the training pitch. It was a joke. It was a disgrace. But Poch, is different, of course. We know we have a manager now. That's a good thing. Yeah, go on, Tobago.
Yeah, I agree. And another thing, people will not notice, but since we do our research, Mauricio Pochettino's son, oh
Mm.
man, he's gonna work with players because he's a fitness coach. He was
Mm.
he went to school for this, and then he's this guy. I don't know which role they give him now at Chelsea, but I'll have to look on that.
Mm.
Jesus parents also work
Yeah,
on his players injuries, fitness, makes every so these players they work on the diet, all the details. These people
yeah,
make sure.
yeah. Of course, you heard what Rich James said. He goes, "They put me on a diet. I feel better." Not just him. A
Yeah,
lot of players were saying, Chilwell as well. So it does help them not getting injured. You have to eat the right players, professional players playing in the toughest league in the world. They have to have a good diet. I'll never forget who was it who brought the Ranieri. I remember he brought that in, and our team was unbelievable. Hardly got injured anyone. It makes a big difference, and we have the manager and his staff to implement that now, which is good. Yeah,
I'm 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 more excited about our fitness level because I'm telling you right now,
yeah,
this player fitness level they're gonna shock more people because they're gonna do very well. This guy, Mauricio Pochettino, make sure players trains hard to work on the fitness level, and then if the level is correct, no team gonna beat us easily because for example, let's say on the 60, let's say on the 70 minutes during the game, and then maybe team expect Chelsea might drop their level while the other team is getting tired. Those players gonna run from like the game just started. That's how Pochettino drills his team. For example, if you watch his pass, even though I hate playing against Spurs under Mauricio Pochettino because it was so hard to beat them. He
hmm.
drills these players very hard. Even former players, even our new players now are saying this. Pochettino make us run a lot. We're having a hard training sections, but they all love it because they're into the new idea. And then if the idea is right, the players gonna fall in love with everything. So I hope they respect Pochettino. And another thing, I hope our players won't leak information to the media. That's one thing I hate about players linking information to the media and then end up tearing up our dressing room. I don't like that. I don't want that no more. We had so those issues, and then our fans take it, and then they're gonna cook the coach for nonsense because
Yeah. I lost you a bit. Tobago, you there? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Go ahead. Big up to you, JP. Thanks for being in the chat. Yeah, big up to JP. And the Added Time podcast. I do recommend you subscribe to JP's channel as well. Good content when he does one. Yeah, that's the Added Time podcast on YouTube. Yeah. So, Tobago, you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, good. Yeah, I thought I lost you. Yeah, you know, some news just coming in now. I'm just reading Chelsea made a statement just now on the UEFA decision. I look at it's just come out now. I'll read it so you see what he's saying. Chelsea FC ownership group completed its purchase of the club on 30th of May 2022. During a thorough due diligence process prior to completion of the purchase, the ownership group became aware of potentially incomplete financial reporting concerning historical transactions during the club's previous ownership. Immediately following the completion of the purchase, Chelsea self-reported their matters to UEFA. Chelsea has fully cooperated and assisted UEFA with its investigation of these matters, and following analyzed by the UEFA Club Financial Control Body. The club has entered into a settlement agreement with UEFA. Under that statement, the club is to pay a financial contribution of 10 million euros to UEFA on a fixed payment. In accordance with the club's ownership groups let me start again. In accordance with the club's ownership group's core principles of full compliance and transparency with its regulators, we are grateful that this case has been concluded to proactive disclosure of information to UEFA and a settlement that fully resolves the reported matters. We wish to place on record our gratitude to UEFA for its consideration of the matter. Chelsea greatly values its relationship with UEFA and looks forward to building on that relationship in the years to come. That's good news, really. Do you hear, Tobago?
Yes, I can hear
It's
you. So
good news. See, the club made a statement. This is what I believe the club. See, when the club come out and make a statement on the Chelsea website, this is where you know it's true. But when you hear all these reporters saying this and that, you go on Twitter now, I bet they're talking about a lot of rubbish about this. But this is true. They paid the money. They paid 10 million euros to UEFA, so they keep on good terms, which is good for the club. Yeah, so it's good news. I thought it was going to be bad news when I saw it. Yeah. So yeah, I think we said nearly everything. We
yes.
talked about Poch. We talked about Kepa, Chalobah. Anyone else we haven't mentioned? I mean, we do like the young player. Santos, we didn't say a lot, but he's a great player. He could be going on loan, I think, because he's young. But if I won't be sad if he stays. I don't want none of them to go on loan, really. But you know what? It depends on who else we bring in. If we bring a few players, say free, I can see free coming in still. Then one or two of our youngsters will go on loan. but that's only a good thing for them. So yeah, we're doing fine. We're moving in the right direction for me. And like you said, we agree, I think, on most things. Yeah, so I'm very happy with Poch, and I can't wait to what is it, 2 weeks now to the Liverpool game. I think 2 weeks left. Let's check on the game. So let's see, match right. Sunday, this Sunday, 30th of July, we have Fulham in the in America. Then Wednesday, 2nd of August, we have Borussia Dortmund. So the Sunday, 13th of August, our first the league starts. First home game. It's gonna be Sunday against Liverpool, 4:30 kickoff. Yeah. God, already the game is sold out. It's hard to get a ticket. Even I haven't got a ticket yet. It'd be a miracle if I could get one because everyone wants to go. But that's what we need to redevelop the bridge and make it bigger because so many fans can't go. We only have 40,000 capacity right now, so let's do that, and we will do it. Yeah, that's the games coming up. So 2 weeks left, Tobago, and then we're going to see what we're made of. And we haven't, not bad games to start. Liverpool home, West Ham away will be another test, and then we have Luton home again. Even all the games will be hard. No game in the Premiership is easy. We all know that. So yeah, but I'm really happy what Poch is doing, and I will give him time. I'm not going to expect nothing next year, but if we do get anything, that'd be unbelievable for Poch and Chelsea and us. Yeah, yeah. So, any final comments, Tobago, before we go?
Uh, Final comment. I just hope before Liverpool came, I know it's hard to sign players, but I just hope before Liverpool game we get Moses Caicedo in, and then also a new right winger
Yeah,
because at the moment
yes,
because Chelsea already have agreement with strike back for Angelo.
mm,
Angelo Gabriel to go on loan, so we can't change that. So if he leaves on loan, we have to get another player because Noni at the moment is not 100% fit because he had a knock during the under 21 tournament.
yeah,
So you need to give him time, so just get someone in there also before the Liverpool game, then I'll be happy. But
yeah,
I don't want to be too much harsh on our recruitment team because sometimes I said it, to build a team doesn't take 1 year, 2 years. It take time.
yes,
But things they did, they speed that process very well. So we just need them to. We need to give them time for them to complete this team. So I trust them, and then hopefully we can get players soon. So thank you
yeah,
for having me.
yeah. Don't go nowhere yet, because we'll go out with our great video, the best video in the best song in football history. I want you to
Okay,
see
no.
it. Wait for the great song, please. Yeah, I do agree with you what you said. Absolutely. Yeah, we do need another right winger. Yeah, Medvecki, he's still young. Sterling, let's see what he does. Can he get it better? So it's a lot of things, ifs and buts, but we're going the right way. We're going in the right direction. That's the main thing for me. So yeah, thanks for all the panelists. Adi, he had problems, so he would have stayed longer. He would have stayed on as well, but he had the connection problems. Thanks to Bobby who came as always, and thanks to Tobago, the coolest Chelsea, my great friend, and we always go in each other's show. when he's on. When he's doing one, I'll go there. I always go. Even if he doesn't invite me, I'll still go. So, and don't forget to subscribe to his channel, please. Everyone, subscribe and like the Coolest Chelsea and Coachella, of course. He was here briefly. He always does that, but he's a great chap. He's a great friend. Still my friend. The Chelsea perspective, and of course. My friend JP, the Added Time podcast, another great channel to watch. Please subscribe to him as well. So yeah, we want that. We go out with the greatest song, like I said, in our history, in football history. This beats the Liverpool anthem. You'll never walk alone for me. You're going to see what I mean. So good night. God bless you all, wherever you are. And we'll be back again soon. Thanks. Let's go.
Blue is the color, football is the game. We're all together, and winning is our aim. So cheer us on through the sun and rain, 'cause Chelsea is our name. Here at the bridge where the rain all fine, we can shine all the time. Home or away, come and see us play. You're welcome any day. Hey, blue is the color, football is the game. We're all together, and winning is our aim. So cheer us on through the sun and rain, 'cause Chelsea is our name. Come to the shed and we'll welcome you. Wear your blue and see us through. Sing loud and clear till the game is done. Sing Chelsea, everyone. Oh, blue is the color, football is the game. We're all together, and winning is our aim. So cheer us on through the sun and rain, 'cause Chelsea is our name. Blue is the color, football is the game. We're all together, and winning is our aim. So cheer us on through the sun and rain, 'cause